Yes, my friends, and welcome back to the Jon Mahon Show, powered, as always, by Forever Loud.
Hello, we're back.
We are.
2 weeks off.
Little hiatus.
2 weeks? A week? I don't know.
2 weeks.
I don't know what the day is. It's all blurs into one, isn't it?
Everything's so blurry.
A puddle of mud.
It is indeed, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, already busting out the classics. How we doing, Ollie?
I'm good. I went out at the weekend and I'm still hungover because that's what happens when you're in your 30s and you go out.
Very fragile, aren't you?
It's just like I thought it was a myth when I turned 30, and yeah, it gets worse as well.
It just doesn't get better.
Yeah, because up here mentally, I'm still 22,
but in body,
not so much.
yeah.
But yeah, I probably shouldn't just go out as much.
I don't think going out's the problem. I think it's the fact that you get home at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's because my brain is like, you can do this. This is fine. This is fun. And then
reality strikes.
the next day, next 2 days at least.
Pain.
Well,
it's a good thing that whilst you're in this state, we got a lot of heavy music to get into.
Well, the Oscars were last night, so we're having a sort of movie special show.
Oh, look at that. How long have you been planning that for?
Star of The Devil Wears Prada. Anne Hathaway's on the show today.
Anne Hathaway.
You said something about The Devil's Wears. I assumed it was.
Yeah, no.
Meryl Streep, is she on?
Not Meryl Streep, no. Think slightly lower in terms of the guitar tones.
Oh, you mean we've got the band Devil Wears Prada?
The band,
you mean we've got Jeremy from the band?
You got to get a lot lower with that instrument because we're going to be using the knees. We're going to be bringing out some guitar swings.
I reckon Meryl Streep rocks out.
You reckon? She likes a drop sheet tuning.
She's into a bit of decapitated.
Oh, well, my friend, welcome to the show. This is Ollie. My name's John. And we are going to be joined
Why did you introduce us again? You introduced us at the start, didn't you? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't remember. We're going to be joined by Jeremy from The Devil Wears Prada in about
Not the film
10 minutes.
Or the book?
No, the band. Because there's a lot going on in the Devil Wears Prada world. They've made their return with a brand new song, Ritual, which we're going to react to in just a second. But they've also got some tour dates happening later on this year in the UK. They'll be over with Lvndmarks. And then, to close out 2024, they'll be performing at When We Were Young Festival, doing their record Plague? Yeah, Plagues in full.
2007.
Yeah.
When you were just a boy.
Yeah, when I was.
A young boy.
Yeah. But the reason why Jeremy, first and foremost, is coming on the show is because the band are back. We've got a brand new single from The Devil Wears Prada. It's called Ritual, mixed by Zach Safini, who's done a lot of work with Bring Me The Horizon. I haven't listened to this song yet because I wanted to do an actual live reaction on the show.
What if you hate it? It's going to be awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, you just have to see what go. I think I'm gonna love it because when you've got names like Zach Safini attached to a tune, you know it's going to be of a certain quality.
And their last album was a banger.
2022 that dropped, wasn't it? Yeah.
Color Decay.
So this is the brand new Devil Wears Prada single. It's called Ritual. Ooh. I wasn't expecting that beat.
End of the rope, sever the ties, another day, the same disguise. It's like we lived it all before.
I love the way this video is shot.
How do you hope when everyone lies? No one looks me in the eyes. Shut me out, close the door.
That's a fucking groove. Oh. That fucking chorus, man.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Big old chorus. They're just there.
Do you know what that chorus actually reminds me of? Do you remember In a Party System? Don't stop.
Vaguely.
This
Not really.
is entertainment. Lies are entertainment.
Ripped it off.
No, it's in just like that melodic pattern. Like, that is a fucking hook, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please. I like that synth as well.
Drown ourselves in the routine, comfort in conformity. Know your future, give up your dreams. So we scream the words, spell it out, keep doing the same. Sing the songs with the word, keep doing the same. Follow it out, keep spinning like a figure.
Just before it gets to the chorus, I know I've kind of ruined the build to that, but that's really I Prevail, that is.
Yeah.
Like, bringing in the double time with the scream.
Yeah. They got a good back and forth for the vocals. Haven't they?
Yeah, like, and I feel like it plays into their power when, like, Jeremy's got that beautiful, clean singing voice, and then you can, like, as you said, like, call and answer with the scream at the same time.
Yeah. They know what they're doing,
Yeah.
this band.
I don't need you to save me. I'll be what you make me. Let you lead me on like repetition. Fill my head with bad decisions. What if everything we want?
See what I mean?
Everything that keeps us lost and miserable. Let's live for the ritual. We're so lost and miserable. Let's live for the ritual.
Breakdown.
Give up your games.
Oh! Mate!
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up to know your future. Give up your dreams to know your future. I don't need you to save me. I'll be what
Bit of strings in there as well.
let you lead me on like repetition. Fill my head with bad decisions. What if
That's such a chorus, man.
is everything that keeps us lost and miserable? Let's live for the ritual. We're so lost and miserable. Let's live for the ritual.
Sheesh! That's fucking fire. The Devil Wears Prada are fucking back with a vengeance on that. Mate.
Yeah. It's sort of like carrying on from the sort of style they went for on the last album. But I think they've added a bit more sounds, a bit more texture.
100%. 100%. Well, what I thought would be quite fun now is to go from that back to 2007 with the music video for a song that is on an album that the Devil Wears Prada were playing full in its entirety at When We Were Young Festival from Plagues. This is Hey John. What's your name
He's
again?
going to come in the chat, isn't he? Well, as soon as
Still quite a lot of similarities though.
less V-necks.
Yeah, a lot of hair dye going on. But what I enjoy about this, right, is this bit right here. What's it? Just before here. Right. This build.
Bad internet back in the day.
Mate. A little guitar swing as well. Oh. This is so 2007 as well. Everything about it.
This is basically what I look like back.
Mate, it's a fucking tune though. Like, this is a song they've been ending a lot of their sets with. So,
Hey, John.
hey.
What's your name again?
John, baby. Well, there's one more song that I want to play before Jeremy joins us in just 2 minutes' time, and that is the collaboration with Excision and Wooli. It's called Reasons, and if you are aware of I Prevail's Feel Something with Excision and Millennium, this will ring some bells.
I like it.
So the first drop is real easy.
Yeah, so far it's more of just a rock song.
Yeah. So it's a very light first drop, and then the second one is what's going to fucking blow your mind. So I was trying to work out, is that a guitar line or a synth line over the top?
Sounds like guitar.
Yeah. Well, let's hit pause on that, my friends, because we'll be able to talk with the man who was responsible for making that song. Welcome to the show, Jeremy from the Devil Wears Prada.
Ooh.
What's up?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Very good indeed. Thank you for your time. We really do appreciate you joining us today. And yeah, we were just enjoying your collaboration with Excision and Wooli.
Oh yeah, the homies.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's start there. Can you tell us the story as to how that collaboration came around?
Yeah. So it was kind of a weird linking up. So those two guys have been trying to work on this song for a long time and find the right person to collaborate with. And then we had a buddy that did a remix of our song Salt for us, and he was showing it to them at a festival, I guess, and they liked it, and we're like, yes, that's the kind of voice that we want. So they reached out to us and we wrote the song with them. So it was cool.
Damn. So do they come to you with the bones of a song basically and go like, this is the structure. We need your screams, we need your singing, we need drums, we need guitars.
Yeah, exactly. That was their big thing. They wanted like real guitars and real drums and stuff on it. So we added all that stuff to it, and then we wrote most of the lyrics and then worked with I can't remember who we worked with, somebody else to like finish up the top line and stuff. But yeah, and then we recorded all the vocals in a hotel room in El Paso. Nice. And didn't get kicked out. So
that's amazing. And I mean, in terms of being in the same room, were you guys working with each other, actually meeting up, or was this all done like over the internet, like Dropboxing and sending files?
Yeah, it was all remote and mostly Dropbox and just like Zoom meetings and stuff like that. So,
damn,
that's cool. I feel like there's a big thing with, especially like EDM artists. I don't know what you call them.
The dance scene, basically.
Dance scene. But there's a lot of crossover nowadays between like heavier bands and like EDM. And I think it's sort of only building. Like, what's your boy?
Which one
had the album out? With
Sullivan King.
Sullivan King, and
you got Excision, Wooli.
The guys had
Yeah,
Emotions in
Elenium
My
has a bunch of
that's what
stuff.
Millennium.
Millennium, that's the one.
Yeah.
Like his whole album is basically just like a features, and it's got so many big like rock artists on and metal artists. So I think it's a cool thing to sort of like those worlds are sort of colliding these days, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just because I feel like there is a lot of crossover between the fan base, and then when we play that song live, like we added like a breakdown and stuff to it, and
Nice.
people go. I wondered if people were gonna be like, "What the hell is this?" But it's gone off really cool. So
I was going to ask about that because I was having a look at your set lists that you've been doing recently, and you put Reason Ripe sort of like in the middle of the set list. And I was going to ask about incorporating that live, whether like obviously because you have to have like for the Excision bits like quite a lot of track on there. Like, what do you bring in terms of the breakdown? Where do you put it in the song? Is it in place of that disgusting second drop?
yeah, I think part of the synth is still in there,
Sick.
but we just like chug over it and stuff. And it's honestly one of the crazier parts of our set. It's kind of nuts.
Oh, that's awesome. Because, I saw I Prevail on their last headliner in the UK, and they did Feel Something that they produced with Excision and Millennium. And, like, they also use that as, like, some of their intros, like, sometimes to, like, walk out on stage. But I'm so glad you got it in the set, because, like, that must go off live.
Yeah, it's mental. And we had the big light show program for it and stuff. It's not as big as Excision's, but it's
we were just watching the bit he did with the Shrek visuals on one of his shows. Have you seen it?
I have, yeah. Some people will always send me like whenever he's playing like Reasons, and so I'll just like look around at the different other visuals that's in there. I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
I was just like imagine
nuts.
like tripping in that crowd.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you got Shrek throwing up 20 feet tall.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my days. Well, let's move on to more recent times for the Devil Wears Prada. Your return with Ritual, and what a song! We were just listening to it before you jumped on, and like again, like so many amazing sounds in there, but a lot of like that core sound that you had in 2007. Like, what was it like putting this song together compared to the release that you gave us in 22?
In a lot of ways it was similar. Like we recorded everything ourselves, just like at our own setup, and then just punched into a studio to do the drums. But we wrote the song with our friend Tyler. He's done a bunch of stuff for like I Prevailed that you mentioned and a bunch of other people, but I actually grew up with him in Ohio. He's like a small town kid like me. So I've known him since I was like 16, but we've never worked together on anything. So it was really fun, and just kind of like trying to find like what is the next sound going to be for us. And so this is kind of like step one of that, I guess.
So is this sort of a standalone for the moment?
Yeah, totally standalone. We have a bunch of stuff we've been working on, but this is the first one that we've like had the time to finish up. Just we've been on the road so much, and we're about to go back on the road again. So it was just like, well, I didn't want to come off this like huge, massive like headline tour and not put any new music out. It would be kind of boring if we're like, well, that was fun. Like, see you next year. So yeah, I think we'll be periodically releasing some stuff.
Nice. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you did, as you say, like put some time aside for this one, because the music video that you shot for it was fucking amazing as well. Like that didn't look like an easy job to put together.
Nah, that was crazy too. Basically, we were planning that over the Christmas break, and I was talking to Wyatt that directed the video, and I was like, I know this sounds crazy, but can we do this in like 2 weeks? Because we got to go on tour. And like, we kind of had just sent the song out to Zach to get mixed, and we really just wanted to get a video. And before we went on tour for like 7 weeks, I was like, we won't have time to do a video. So everybody just flew out there like 2 weeks later and did it right before we left on tour. So it was awesome.
Where did you film it? Because that bit that you're performing inside,
The Thunderdome.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like this place that you can rent out in the middle of like San Bernardino, California, like way off in the desert. It's probably like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours from LA. So we all just like flew into LA and drove out there, and It's freaky out there, man. There's not a lot going on and some sketchy people and stuff. So it was cool.
That's insane. So how long did it take you to get the Thunderdome shots? Was that done in like a day, or was that like a couple of days shooting?
Yeah, that was only one day. I think
Yeah.
it took them a lot longer to set the dome up, but I think we got that done in like 2 hours or something, and then spent the
Jeez.
rest of the day doing all the narrative stuff. So
That's amazing. And yeah, like in terms of like, yeah, the narrative stuff and like the storyline stuff, that like the wet, like, cause this is Ollie's department, like color grading and like making it pop in those kinds of ways. Like visually, like you spend a lot of time making sure that it was a bright, vibrant music video.
yeah, it was. I mean, a lot of that just comes down to Wyatt. He's got a really good eye. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and we've just never been able to link up. He's done some stuff with like Beartooth and Silverstein, and
Damn.
obviously we're friends with those guys. But I really like the colors, because the first treatment we were working on, I was like, oh, it's in a gas station and this and that, and it was like, okay, is that gonna be kind of boring? But all the like blues and pinks and reds and stuff just really turned out cool.
Yeah, and I feel like it matches the tone of the song as well, because that chorus, man, like when we were listening to it just then, that chorus goes so fucking hard.
Yeah, that was fun. That was one when we finished up. It's like you kind of just you write it in the room. You're trying to think of all the lyrics and the melody and stuff. It's like, okay, let me hop in there and punch it in and see how it goes. And we're like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. So
That's amazing. I mean, like in terms of being at this stage in your career, because like we were also just listening to Hey John, which obviously came out in 2007, and being one of the most one of the few original members like left in the band as well, after going through all the different incarnations. Like in terms of controlling the sound of Devil Wears Prada and then fundamentally evolving it as well, like what's that process been like from your earlier songwriting? Because again, you listen to Hey John and like you can spot like, especially like that kind of chorus composition, a lot of that stuff that you've either evolved on or maintained over the years.
Yeah, it's been me and Mike from the beginning, obviously, doing all the vocals. So I think that's helped have some like cohesivity, if that's a real word, like between everything. But we've written songs every possible way you could imagine, and I think we just have a good filter on whether something's cool or not. And sometimes you're wrong, but I feel like, especially after making Color Decay and moving forward, we feel like we have a pretty good gauge on like what works and what doesn't. So yeah, I guess the most important thing I think is just like, if you believe what you're saying, that comes across really well through the song. So try not to like write lyrics that don't feel authentic to what we're trying to say.
That's very important as well. Like Rick Rubin talks a lot about that, like the importance of making, like, especially like on a lyrical front, like every word that you're saying count. And I feel like, especially with like the messages that you churn out in your songs, like you're a man who's like meticulous about the lyrical side of your tunes, having like, no wasted words.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's especially like the further along you get, and like these songs mean a lot to people, like they really relate to them in their life. And so I feel like, yeah, like you said, the more honest you are about stuff, even if it's tough to write down or say, it resonates more than just like a bunch of gibberish that sounds like it came out of like an AI machine or something,
which we're on the verge of now. Like there's going to be some bands that are going to start getting called out for using AI lyrics at some point.
Yeah, I heard a story about I have a friend who writes songs for people sometimes, and he how like when you're kind of writing a song, sometimes you'll just make up these like fake lyrics to go along with it just to fill the place and try to write a melody. And he had sent it over to the band and was like, hey, here's this song. It's cool. You guys should like rewrite all the lyrics and stuff. Obviously, it's just made up jargon. And they wrote it back and they're like, yeah, we actually just kept them in. And he's like, what? So yeah, that's
the AI really gets AI really gets me, ChatGPT just knows what I want to say.
Yeah, like it's a terrifying feature that artists like are that close, just being like, fuck it, yeah, just whatever, like, send it, like as long as it sounds all right, just send it.
I don't know. I'm friends with a lot of bands, and I listen to everything they put out, and I feel like you can tell when people
Yeah.
really care. And most of our peers right now, they do care. I feel like people coming out of the pandemic want to make really good music, and it feels like we're all in our early 20s again, even though we're very much not. So
I feel like you can sort of sense authenticity, like when someone's singing about something that's personal to them and they wrote the lyrics, you can tell that, like, you can tell it comes from them rather than from a computer or whatever. So I think people still have a sense for that sort of thing. It's like a natural human thing.
It's what I always wonder about bands that, go through like different vocalists, how vocalists feel about singing like lyrics that another vocalist wrote, but for like the same band on the same song. Like, surely there's got to be like a little bit of like, I'm singing about someone else's experience here.
It probably hurts more if you sing all your songs and people are like, and then you sing the one that somebody else wrote. They're like, yeah, and you're like,
this is what I'm here for.
I guess. Yeah, that's gotta suck.
I mean, like in terms of like play the old stuff comments, like I can't imagine you guys get like loads of people going like, hey, can you fill your set with all of the old stuff, given how good the quality of the new stuff has been, which has got to be a massive compliment.
Yeah, it's gotten better over the last couple of years. And I think that's just because we started putting out better stuff. I think there's a few records that I look back and I'm like, yeah, I think they were right. We could have like skipped that one, but everything we've put out in like the last 4 or 5 years, I stand by it pretty hard.
Hell yeah.
I guess you must have a mix of fans now coming to shows. You have like the people that have been there since day one, and then you've got the people that have only just discovered you from like the last few records. Have you noticed that? Or?
Yeah, it's getting really weird like that. Like we're having like teenagers come to the shows now, and people in their early 20s, and like mentally I feel like I'm that way, but I'm like 36, so I'm just like, wow, I'm like 20 years older than this person, and a lot of those fans are like, yo, play like, hey, John, what's your name again? I'm like, how do you even know what that is? That's cool.
We were literally talking about this before you came on. I went out at the weekend on Saturday, and I'm still feeling it today. I'm 35, so it gets harder, but mentally, yeah, still in my early 20s.
Yeah, your body starts rejecting you.
Yeah, all of a sudden you can't do 6 a.m. the same way that you used to.
Yep, no way.
Well, I mean, speaking of Hey John, and in fact the record that comes off, that is how you're basically going to be closing out this year at When We Were Young Festival, performing in its entirety. And how did that booking come about, the conversation? Because like that's one of the most interesting festival lineups like we've ever seen, like an entire festival dedicated to seminal records start to end. So like, did they reach out to you, and if they did, like did they pitch the record that they wanted to do, or did they leave that open for you to go, hey, this is the one that we'd want to do?
Yeah, honestly, we've been wanting to play the festival since they announced it. It just never worked out schedule-wise. And so they reached out, and it was like super hush-hush. And they were like, just so you know, this year, like people are doing full album plays. Here's a couple of other examples. And we would like you to play this record. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds fun. So yeah, it was them that reached out about it. So
that's amazing.
I've been wondering like how the scheduling is going to work, because some albums on that show are like longer than others.
Yeah,
brother, we're all like, how's this gonna go?
I feel like there'll be some albums like at 45 to an hour, and then some albums like 25 minutes. It's like, how do they get around that?
I have no idea. I'm still waiting to hear, but I'm like, whatever, dude. I'll show up. It'll work out. It'll be fine.
Are you gonna have to relearn a lot of the stuff?
Yeah, I actually like pulled it up for the first time in a long time, like last year when it got announced, and I was like, damn, some of this kind of hits hard. Like I forgot about some of these breakdowns and stuff.
HTML rules, dude. Like I can't fucking wait to hear that live again.
Yeah, we might have to like record it or something and like put it online after.
100%.
There's only so many people that are going to be able to be there, so it seems like it'd be cool.
100%. In fact, I was just curious. I think you're on the safer side, because like that your record comes out at 38 minutes. So like, you tend to get 30 to 40 minutes on a festival slot anyway. So like, as long as like the talking in between tracks is like pretty quick, you should be all right.
Yeah. We could fit in a 45-minute set, tack a few other songs on there too. Easy.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm wondering as well. Cause like, so many of those bands are going to be on album cycle as well. Like, are they going to have a chance to like dust out a couple of their current singles during the set? So yeah, you definitely want to be getting Ritual out there.
Yeah, big time. Although we just, we did this Emo's Not Dead cruise just recently, and that was cool. It was a lot of older bands on that, and people are just kind of there to like hear those old like classic songs and stuff too. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll just play the old shit. I don't know.
And are you going to end on Here's John? Because you've been doing that at shows quite a lot, or are you going to stick to album in chronological order?
I think we'll probably do it in the order people get mad at us.
Okay.
So, and I don't. Sometimes I like pissing people off, but not that much.
I saw a Funeral for a Friend doing Casually Dressed in full, but they didn't play it in order, and it was weird because in my head I know the album so well. So when it was out of order, I was like, that's not the next song. Yeah. So
yeah, and that's the generation of that where you're used to hearing songs through the whole album. So yeah, I think it would throw me off.
Yeah, pre-Spotify where you could just queue up whatever you wanted to come next. It's like you had no choice. It was like front to back. And speaking of that record, right, is the song Scorpion Deathlock named after Sting's finishing move?
Obviously.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I didn't want that to be a happy coincidence. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was a goofy time.
Were you watching a lot of pro wrestling whilst comping that album together?
I think just me and a couple of the other guys like grew up on that era of like WCW, NWO, WWF stuff. So that was just in our heads.
Did you see recently Andy X Every Time I Died wrestled Sting?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I did see that. He's the homie, dude. He rocks.
The best shit, man. Like his gimmick, the butcher and the blade, like coming out just like a big, mean, menacing motherfucker with a monocle on.
Yeah, it's awesome. We were in England at the Slam Dunk when he had first started doing that stuff, sharing a bus with them. So I stayed up to like 4 a.m. talking to him about wrestling. Yeah. It was sick.
we filmed at Download one year, and they had like the NXT, was it wrestling?
Progress Wrestling.
Yeah, and Andy came out and did like a guest appearance in the wrestling ring.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Do you still watch it now?
Not really, but my girlfriend has a song that is Julia Hart's theme song.
No way.
So yeah, so
holy shit,
she kills that. She's way cooler in that arena than I am.
Dude, that's fucking amazing. That's a banger of an entrance video as well. Like an entrance song, like especially like with how Julia comes out, like with effectively like an Undertaker style kind of gimmick, like with all like the smoke. And shit.
Yeah, it's badass. That song is sick. Her and the guy that she did it with, I keep telling them to write some more songs because it was awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. That's amazing. Well, speaking of the UK, and in fact, Slam Dunk Festival, you're going to be back in the UK around about the time of Slam Dunk Festival later on this year with Lvndmarks, which is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of that set list, like what you got planned is the only new tune going into that going to be Rituals, do you think?
That's probably the only new song for now. We'll probably try and do something similar to what we did with our last set list. I'm not sure how long we have to play. I can't remember, but a good mix of new, probably more new than old stuff. I don't know. Sometimes the old stuff we play it like over there and people are like, what is this? So we did a tour with Wage War last year that ripped through the UK, and a lot of good stuff came from the newer Color Decay and On type of stuff. So it would probably be a lot of that.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Well, dude, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, man. Thank you ever so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And yeah, Ollie, you're going to When We're Young, aren't you?
Hopefully, yeah.
Like we both should be at When We Were Young later on this year, so you can catch us in the pit.
Yeah. It's one of those when I went a couple of years ago, and Vegas is expensive, so I'm like, need to save up my money. Don't go on.
Yeah, it's especially during that, dude. The hotels are like crazy, but hey. Then you can win it back at the casino.
That's what I thought last time, but it's so easy to just lose everything. You go in with so much confidence, get this money out, and then it's gone, and it's gone, just straight away.
Yeah, well, in fact, I'm heading over to Vegas in just a couple of months' time because I'm going to go for EDC Festival for the first time. And like, in fact, Excision and Wooli were two of the main reasons why I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Because like, I've never seen them live, and like, they're genuinely two of my favorite producers the last couple of years.
Oh, you'll love it, dude. EDC is mayhem. We've been in town for that before. It's crazy. So you'll have a great time.
Damn. Have you ever been yourself?
I've never been. I went to a couple of side shows when we had like a day off there, and it was crazy. I was younger then too, so we were partying pretty hard.
I can imagine. Well, especially like with the amount of like love that you're getting from the dance scene with that tune. Like in the future, man, like I'd love to see someone like Sullivan King hitting you up and you doing another one, and then, you know, going out of those festivals and doing like the live feature or the live vocals. Like that would be something 100% people would love to see.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. We have a couple things in the tank in that world right now that we're working on and finishing up. I probably shouldn't even say that, but who cares?
I won't press you for any more.
Going.
But as like just hearing the fact that there's more of that on the table makes me very fucking happy.
Sick.
Well, Jeremy, thank you ever so much for your time again, my friend. And yeah, we'll see you when you're in the UK for the dates of Landmarks.
Yes, thank you. Let's hook up. Let's have a beer or something.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cheers,
Amazing.
Jeremy.
Take care,
Have a
my
good
friend.
day.
Thank you.
All right, take care, guys.
Hell yeah. Oh,
There he goes.
what a chat.
Yeah. What a guy. What a good new song. I'll try and check him out on the tour. When's the tour?
May. So
May.
it is.
It's gonna be May.
It's going to be May. I did write them down earlier. Birmingham, London, Leeds, Manchester. Yeah. Manchester,
That's
Birmingham,
quite a
Leeds, and
short run.
London. Yeah. And they've got a couple of dates in Europe as well. But yeah,
Are they doing Slam Dunk?
they're not. But it's around the time.
Around the same time.
Around the same time.
Maybe.
If they're about.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Can't come all the way over here. Although they are playing Leeds, so that's kind of like usually you don't get booked in the same city as a festival.
And they're doing London as well.
And London. I think London's a bit of a grey area because obviously Hatfield is not London.
Yeah.
So I think you
London
can get away with it.
Yeah. Well, my friends, let's hit pause on that for the first hour of today's show. Coming up in hour 2, we got a lot to get into. 21 Pilots have dropped a brand new song. Broco a headline in 2000 Trees, and No Effects are back for some dates later on as well.
Yeah, and Biffy.
And Biffy news too.
Big Biffy news.
Big Biffy news. Big Biff energy.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Yes, my friends, and welcome back to the Jon Mahon Show, powered by Forever Loud.
Welcome back,
Baby.
to, our 21 Pilots continuation
Yeah.
from the last episode.
Yeah. So on the last episode, we very poorly tried to surmise the lore behind.
And then it was very nice of them. They probably watched it.
Yeah.
Um,
They just went,
like
"Oh."
the next day, they basically made a video summarizing the whole lore
In about 4 minutes.
that we were trying to figure out. Not that we knew anything. We were just going off. Like, they had some cryptic shit out. But yeah, I think we got some of it. I haven't actually watched the full video. I saw a clip of it,
Have you not?
but
Right.
should we watch it?
We were close with a couple of things, but yeah, here is the full 21 Pilots, Clancy, Trench, Dima lore.
I am trapped, stuck in a cycle I've never been able to break. I want to believe this is the last time, but I don't know for sure. I'll start with what I do know. I am a citizen of an old city. Well, they say it's old, but there's just no proof. I can feel my friends rolling their eyes. I'll keep it simple. I am a citizen of Dima, a circular cement city in the lower portion of an otherwise wild and green continent, Trench.
I thought they were from Ohio.
What I was going to say was, do you remember on the last episode where we were desperately trying to figure out what municipality was?
What does it mean?
Because that was in the letter, wasn't it, that we were trying to...
Sacred. Yeah, that's like the name of like the guys that run it, I guess.
Yeah,
The bishops.
the bishops.
In the lower portion of an otherwise wild and green continent, Trench. We aren't allowed to go out there. Most haven't even seen it, but I have. I am an escapee, getting better at it with every attempt, but they always find me. Well, he does. Nico.
There he is.
Nico and the Niners.
Yeah.
Or Blurry Face is what he calls himself.
So that's who Blurry Face is.
Well, I think I knew that because in Blurryface the album, when he's doing when his voice is like effective, I think that's like Blurryface, the character, speaking, singing, and then it goes back to Tyler.
So like the pitch down stuff in, stressed out.
Yeah.
You used to play pretend, honey. You used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money.
Yeah. Although I feel like sometimes the lyrics don't really reference all the lore all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like some of the lyrics are more just about their life.
Yeah.
In real life, not in Dima.
He's the leader of the
Not
9
in
bishops who govern the city. Their authority comes from 2 things: a miraculous power and a hijacked religion. One feeds the other. A cycle. It's called vialism, and all you really need to know is that it teaches that self-destruction is the only way to paradise. It also conveniently allows you to become an available vessel for the bishops to use.
That's pretty cool.
I sort of zoned out a little bit then. What does he mean? I was just reading the subtitles. And I was like, and I was listening to the music. It's very soothing. So,
What was that line about
A cycle.
self-destruction?
It's called vialism, and all you really need to know is that it teaches that self-destruction is the only way to paradise.
Yeah,
It
self-destruction is
also
the only way to
conveniently
paradise.
allows you to become an available vessel for the bishops to use.
So vialism is how bishops take over people. And that's the fucking thing, with Ned and his horns.
yeah.
And that's where the miracle comes in. We call it seizing. The rules are that you can only seize or control a dead body, and only for a short while. Also, they, the bishops, are the only ones who can do it. I am a citizen. I am an escapee. And I am an exception to the rule. Okay, this is what happened recently. I tricked Nico into taking me outside the walls. I created a fiery diversion. I escaped.
Wasn't that heavy
Heavy Dirty Soul.
Dirty Soul? That's it first, the cards first,
Yeah,
isn't it?
but I think that's also a reference to a song on their self-titled record, A Car, A Torch, A Death. Because
Do you remember we saw them in Brixton
yeah,
and they had the car on stage
Yeah.
on fire?
yeah,
That's cool.
dude, that was one of such a simple thing.
And he did a backflip off the car
Yeah.
while it's on fire.
Yeah. Like I think like this whole A Torture Car, A Death thing is going to link somehow back into all this, because how he says that they can only use the seizing on a dead person,
Yeah.
and like in order for him to create the diversion, it's like, how did that car catch on fire? Like, is someone dead? And if someone is dead, who's dead?
Nico's like, well, someone's died. Let's go
Let's go seizing.
seizing.
We're going seizing.
Go vialism.
I wandered, grew weak, and was tracked down. But this drag path was different. I saw them. They watched me. The Banditos. Legends, only stories of a group that lived out here. Shortly after being back inside the walls, my new people got me out. They needed me for something.
So that, I want to say, is the music video. It's either for
Is
Levitate.
that Nico in the night?
It's either Nico and the Niners or Levitate. I want to say it's Nico
Yeah,
and the
that
Niners.
whole bit before was Levitate.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But then they actually tied
brought me
Levitate
in,
into this. So this is the bit
taught
from
me their
Levitate.
colors, but the cycle was too strong. I was recaptured, back inside. I guess word got around. I became known in Dima. The bishops did not like this, but decided to use it to their advantage. They made me entertain the people, lie to them. They made me perform for them. Then Nico was betrayed.
So what I find interesting about that is they basically say that Scaled and Icy was a propaganda record,
Yeah.
and that there was
Because
something
it's a
that,
complete different like vibe to the previous record.
yeah.
But yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like it's like, okay, we're gonna force you to write a commercial record.
Yeah. And they're sort of still controlled by Nico and that.
Yeah.
And I escaped. Again. This time, I found myself at a new place, washed up on an island. And there, I was given a gift, thought to be extinct. I now had the same exact miraculous power they wielded from their towers.
So that's what the horns are.
Yeah.
I am a citizen. I am an escapee. I am an exception. I am returning to Trench. I am Clancy.
Clancy. Yeah, so that's the name of the next record.
Yeah. Clancy.
Clancy.
Out May 16th, I want to say 16th, 17th. So
I like I wasn't aware of like this whole backstory until after probably the last record, one before last.
Trench.
But then it's cool that they've had this the whole time, pretty much from Blurry Face, I guess.
Yeah, and if they've managed to tie the self-titled in there as well with
Yeah.
A Torture Car of Death, then that's even more genius.
Yeah, because what's that? 10 years ago?
Well, Vessel was 10 years ago
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, so it's a 10-year story arc over 5 albums.
Yeah,
Which is bloody cool.
insane. Which brings us on to the first single of Clancy. And do you say you've heard the song?
I haven't actually,
You actually haven't heard this
No.
song? Damn. So this is,
but yeah, gonna get demonetized, but who cares?
yeah, and hopefully we can keep the full episode up, because every time I've tried to do a 21 Pilots reaction before in the past, it's just taken them down straight away. So we'll see. The music video for this is fucking phenomenal as well. bit of French at the start as well.
J'adore.
And do you know what's fucking crazy? Because I've seen this music video and I've seen a couple of people point this out. Do you know what they are?
No.
Neon gravestones from that song on Trench.
It's all tied together.
Yeah. Which, like, someone said it's like, oh, that's such a cool shot. And then you remember what that shot actually means.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Welcome back to Trench.
Such a good drummer.
One of the most underrated drummers
Just
in the
always
scene.
in the pocket.
Yeah. So before it swings in there, what do you think of that?
It's groovy as hell. I love that. I love that deep bass line.
That's one thing that TJ's always fucking been amazing for, is those bass tones.
TJ, oh yeah, Tyler. Yeah, and like they've just always been good at writing those sort of groove, those just like head nodding, head bobbing, nodding grooves.
And did you notice that vocal hook there is from Trench?
Is it?
Yeah, so that's in the song Bandito. Yeah, so
I like I guess Trench is a red theme,
yellow.
Red and yellow theme.
Oh, so Trench was the yellow record.
Sorry, Clancy's red and yellow.
Yeah,
So so they're in Trench now.
Yeah,
It's confusing. But yeah, he's escaped Dima. He's in Trench.
yeah.
Because it was like, welcome back to Trench.
Welcome back to Trench.
Yeah. And they all dress in red and yellow.
Yep.
Not my favourite combination.
Is it not?
Nah. I don't think I've ever worn red and yellow.
We'll get you some red and yellow for when they tour.
More of a purple.
Oh yeah.
Like a good purple.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, Forever Loud colours.
Yeah. Purple and black.
Brand on brand, baby. Was that a tempo change?
Tempo change, yeah. Tempo change on the fill at the end of the last bar of that bit. They took it down.
So I'm glad you can confirm that, because I was wondering firstly whether that was a tempo change,
It definitely is.
because there's a lyric, tempo change every time a man change, because I'm in Lane Boy, because the thing is good. But in the commentary,
Everything's connected.
everything is connected. In the commentary that they did for Vessel, Tyler Joseph says that one of the reasons he likes the song Ode to Sleep, which is the tune that opens up Vessels, is because he changes tempo in it loads.
Yeah.
And if this is going to be the opening song on Clancy, plus it's the opening song on their set, and they're doing all these references as well, having a tempo change on the first song, just like in Vessel, is again just another throwback Easter egg that they fucking chucked in there as well.
It's like bloody Easter.
Easter with all these
Like
eggs.
yeah.
So let's take it. Let's take it. Like, I want to see you break down this fucking drum-filled tempo change.
Yeah. It's just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then it slows down on the last.
So it uses the fill as like a segue into the tempo.
It'll be like a speed, either a ramp or they just go straight into that other tempo. It's hard to do that live
Yeah.
because it's just like, and then it'll go back into the new tempo. Seems like a drastic change. It's like 10 BPM or something.
Because I'd wager that the start of that song, it'll probably go back to it at another point in the song, like for the chorus or something.
Yeah.
But that I imagine is probably going to be around about 128, 130, because most of the time 21 Pilots open up their set with a tune, or their album with a tune that's 130 or 128. So Jumpsuit, which opened up Trench, that was 120 something. Heavy Dirty Soul was 130. I want to say that opened up Blurry Face. I don't know what Good Day was. I think that might have been slightly slower, but then again, if that's a propaganda record that they were forced to make, him not opening up a record with a song that's like 128.
Do you reckon it's on purpose, or they just like that tempo? It's quite a good, nice tempo to get in the groove.
Oh, definitely on purpose, man, because like that's what they say about dance music, is like the reason why dance music's 128 is the time with the
A
heartbeat.
lot of it's 174, I've noticed.
That's drum and bass.
Drum and bass is a lot as
Yeah.
174.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, so like, yeah, drum and bass is like...
I always think with rock music, 140 to 150 is a great like head banging.
Yeah, that's what dubstep is, man. So most dubstep 70, 75.
Yeah.
Are my stripes 300 tracks in my Adidas track jacket? Bless your ear holes while you react acting. Gobsmacked, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. I feel like I was just here, same twitching in my eyes. Don't sleep on a boy who can fall asleep twice in the same night and won't hesitate to maybe overcompensate.
They've got Adidas in Trench.
Yeah. I love that was your takeaway.
Nico and the Niners, they wear Nike.
Nike.
Yeah,
Nico and the Nikers.
exactly. They've just been trying to get brand deals, haven't they, this whole time?
Yeah, that's actually been the secret. So with that kind of implies that Korn exists within that world.
Yeah, I imagine. Korn and Blood Command.
Yeah, Blood Command, another Adidas band.
Said I fly by the dangerous band symbol. Don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. And then by the time I catch in my peripheral, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. Where I'm from, I was born right here just now. Originated right in front of your eyes. If you can't see, I am Clancy. Prodigal son done running, come up with Josh done. Wanted dead or alive, and now you pick who you serve. You bow to the masses, get kicked to the curb. For passing the classes, half empty, half full. Save half of your taxes, then overtake your former self. I fly by the dangerous band symbol. Don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate.
What's the dangerous band symbol?
I knew you were going to ask about that. And fun fact for you, that lyric actually comes from UK road signs. So I listened to an interview that he did where he was talking about writing this song, and he says that like the dangerous bend symbol like is going to play into like their storyline or whatever, but it was inspired by, you know, in the UK the dangerous bend symbol's like that really like cornery kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he saw that in the UK and was like, that's a lot cooler than the US dangerous bend symbol. And that is genuinely where that lyric came from.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out UK traffic police. I don't know. Where do the signs come from? Shout out the DVLA.
DVLA.
And then by the time I catch in my peripheral, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate.
In fact, actually, what I do want to point out is Tyler Joseph's ability to make a chorus out of fucking anything. Because let's speaking of
It
that,
doesn't feel like a chorus, but it's a repeated hook. So.
yeah, like the fact that the dangerous bend symbol is the first line in it, and then he somehow managed to rhyme symbol with what was it, peripheral. Like that's just fucking crazy songwriting ability.
It's a half rhyme. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Days feel like a perfect length. I don't need them any longer. But for goodness sake, do the years seem way too short for my so-called song? Way too short for my so-called song. Days feel like a perfect length. I don't need them any longer. But for goodness sake, do the years seem way too short for my so-called song? Way too short for my so-called song. Earn my stripes, 300 tracks.
So he's got the horns now.
Yeah.
He's got the power of the bishops.
Yeah.
So he can take over people's dead bodies.
Yeah, which is one thing that messed me up when I came to that realization, which was like, he'd have been taking over that kid in that music video, meaning that kid's actually dead.
Yeah.
But then at the end of it, Tyler or Clancy, whichever way you want to look at it, is smiling, which doesn't seem like a very protagonist kind of thing to do.
No, but I guess he's gonna fight back.
He's got a master plan.
He's gonna use his powers to take down the bishops, I guess. I guess that's the next part of the story.
Yeah.
Because that video we watched before is just a sort of roundup of everything that's happened, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I imagine this next album's a continuation of the story.
Yeah. Which is very exciting. Very exciting if you're a 21 Pilots fan. And he also confirmed that that's going to be the first song that they play live as well. That's going to open up shows.
Have they got any dates?
Not yet, no. I am worried that they're going to announce something in the UK around the time of the album release, and I won't be here for that.
Well, May.
Yeah.
That's quite soon, though. You'd think they'd...
Not if they do something they did when they dropped Blurry Face, because this is coming. This is coming out on the same day they released Blurry Face as well. And when they released Blurry Face, they played a show at the fucking Tufnell Park Dome.
Did they?
Oh no, not even the Dome. It was the Boston Music Rooms.
Yeah.
200 people watching 21 Pilots in the smallest venue in central London you can imagine.
Yeah. Well, let's hope they don't do that for your sake.
I'd cry. I'd cry so hard. But yeah, what do you make of that? 21 Pilots fans and members of the clique, feel free to let us know. But yeah, brand new music from 21 Pilots, Overcompensate, from album Clancy, which is going to be out later on this year. And speaking of new music, the new music train keeps on rolling.
Keep rolling with Scene Queen.
Yeah, so if you're unaware of Scene Queen has been just dominating every single time she's come over to the UK. Like, last tour was pretty much sold out across the board, every single city.
Enemy of the metal elitists.
Yeah.
In the Metal Hammer comment section.
Yeah, but just leans into it, just tries to trigger them as much as possible.
It's like, it's not affecting you. Like, if you don't like her music, why? What? Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, what effect does this have on your life?
It's the fact that they're being forced to see it that they don't like. It's like, I didn't ask to see anything from Scene Queen, but you do follow a rock music publication, so you're probably going to get releases thrown your way.
Do you have other websites that you go on, other social media? Does everything that comes up on your feed that you don't like, you go, wow, why am I doing this? This shouldn't be on here. Grow up.
It's like the Ricky Gervais guitar lessons analogy. It's like,
yeah, I don't want lessons. Well, I didn't ask you.
Yeah. But thanks for letting us know. We needed where you stood on this. But this is the latest offering from Scene Queen, brand new tune and a music video. And I think this is the tune.
I think it's quite a rude song.
Oh, is it?
John.
Oh, is it? Well, I think this is the song she's walking around Vegas promoting, like filming a load of videos.
Yeah. I don't know. Recently?
I think so, yeah. I think it was a couple of weeks before it dropped. But yeah, so this is quite a rude one. A lot of innuendo.
Well, think of things you can do with your finger, John. And you might figure it out. Or you can just listen to the song.
Okay. Tell me, Scene Queen.
This ain't a hit, baby, it's a finger banger. Stick it and grip it, click it like a picture and you lick it, and flick it like you're pulling on a trigger.
It's a finger banger.
10 out of 10 puns straight out the gates. That is unbelievable. Oh, this isn't a hit. This is a finger banger. Oh my God. That's amazing. All right.
Yeah.
Sold. 10 seconds in and I'm sold.
Yeah, you stick it and grip it, and click it like a picture and you lick it, and flick it. I love the way you finger. In and out, up and down, now you got the cheat code. In and out, up and down, till you get the big O. Side to side, open wide, on my face, take a ride. Giddy up, it's time to buck, I'm your little pony. Go to town and make you sound just like macaroni. Say you wanna go another round, time to bend me over 'cause it's my turn now. Look
I am so gutted that music television is dead. Because imagine,
Oh, well, you wouldn't.
imagine the edit you'd
Well,
have to
you
try and do
wouldn't.
on this.
This would be a post-9 watershed. Only.
Like, it would have been your job as well, wouldn't it? It's like, Ollie, we need you to put together a daytime friendly edit of this music video.
I remember, I think it was Slipknot, The Devil and I. It was their return. They've been away for a few years, and we really wanted that music video on in daytime, but like most of the video was just unusable.
Yeah.
So we just had to like put stuff over like the people blowing up and stuff. So
Like what?
Half the video was just like
The blur
blur.
effect.
I think we instead of we didn't want to just blur the whole video, so we like put like Slipknot logos like over stuff. So you could only see like it's probably like a 4-minute song. There's like a minute of actual video in there.
Jeez. Because, yeah, like, you think about some of the music videos that, like, miraculously slips and stuff. Like, Electric Six Gay Bar managed to get some pretty
I think
implicit stuff.
we let a lot of stuff slide in the early.
Did you get that?
early days?
Did you let the hamster thing go? In that
in the
music?
gay bar.
Yeah.
I don't remember. There definitely was an edit on that. But yeah, but the thing is, it's one of those things where you can sort of get away with some stuff in context of like the music and the song.
Oh, so it has to, like, as long as it sits with
But,
the context
like,
of the tune.
If you can't justify something being in there and someone complains about it, then Ofcom can charge you. I mean, we got fined. I think it was like £10,000 for a Hollywood Undead video.
Oh,
that was meant to only be post watershed, but it went out before the watershed.
Oh, no.
Pretty sure it had like all swears. It had
Which
like
music video was it?
I can't even remember, but
Was it ever?
it basically had
Which was a bad? Undead was a pretty bad one.
it basically had swearing, partial nudity, and like drinking and
Drug use.
Yeah. So all the bad ones, all the things you're not meant to have in daytime.
Everything that you don't want on daytime television.
Yeah, that was the big one. I think since then I think that was the reason that we made something in the system that you couldn't actually put anything that was labeled as post watershed
In there.
because it would flag up.
I'm surprised that wasn't in place already.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but I think that was like 2010 or something like that.
That's insane. R.I.P. Scuzz TV, man. Like, what a fucking time. And that's why I'm gutted, because, like, imagine a music video like this on Scuzz and Kerrang.
Yeah,
It wouldn't
there's not even like, because you'd have to edit the audio as well, but like most of the audio is just about fingering. So I don't know what you can. There's not a lot to replace it with.
Did you? So you know when you were doing verbal censoring, did you bleep or cut the audio?
Usually, what I'd try and do, if it was possible, is
Instrumental.
find a bit of the instrumental that I could just put in replace of the word. If not, we'd dip it.
Oh, so
But
you
I hate
you didn't reverse or like bleep it. You'd actually.
I don't.
straight out dip if you
Sometimes
had
I'd
to.
reverse if it sounded good, but sometimes if it's like a long word and you reverse it, it just sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, usually try to replace it with a bit of music.
Yeah, if it's like a fuck, you can reverse a fuck sometimes to sound like.
I always
percussion.
just try and find if it's like on a beat, like on a snare or a kick. Find just a snare or a kick. If it's quite quick, then you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
but not this one.
Not this one.
Go. Stick it and grip it and click it like a picture and you lick it and flick it like you're pulling on a trigger. Yeah, you stick it and grip it.
Great bop it now.
Picture and you lick it and flick it. I love the way you finger. Wet and wild puppy paw got me with my tongue out. Wet and wild versatile switching on face down. Call you daddy, I can be mommy. Drink my pink and slurp it up sloppy. Looking at me, come on open up your mouth.
What does that even mean?
Show me how you spell it out. Start out nice and slow. Finger on your mark. Fuck. Go. Stick it and grip it and click it like a picture and you lick it and flick it like
Although, 1 second.
fuck. Go. Stick it.
I do love that edit.
Oh, the just lying on a green box.
It's like, in terms of like,
I didn't notice that the first time.
did you not? That was the first thing that I noticed. I think it's because of the really harsh edge.
Yeah. You could smooth that out, surely, in post.
Yeah. Because
Like, you could just... In After Effects, you could definitely, like, smooth that out.
and it was also because of how flat her
Yeah.
body is. Like,
Maybe they're just like, fuck it.
yeah. It's a parody video anyway.
Grip it and click it like a picture and you lick it and flick it like you're pulling on a trigger, yeah, you stick it and grip it and click it like a picture and you lick it and flick it. I love the way you finger. Show me God, get on top with your heavenly body. Show me God, get on top with your heavenly body. Show me God, get on top with your heavenly body. Show me God.
Go all electric callboy right now.
With your heavenly body. If God hated gays, the sex wouldn't be so good.
10 out of 10 free breakdown line.
It's a fucking hook of a tune.
Yeah, and not just a good song. Informative.
Yeah.
Instructional,
Yeah.
I imagine.
It's actually a public safety announcement.
Yeah. Some people might learn something
Yeah.
from that video.
Educational. Tutorial,
Educational.
some might say. And in fact, I'm trying really hard to try and get Scene Queen on the show. I sent another email today to ask, see if I get an interview, because a lot to talk about.
Ask questions. Ask some more questions. So, how exactly do you lick it and pull it like a picture?
Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of that? Brand new music from Scene Queen. It's called Finger.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts. But speaking of thoughts, Ollie, what were your thoughts on the final 2000 Trees Festival announcement?
I'm very happy. I think I'm surprised that Don Broco haven't played it before,
I am as well.
because I think they're like a perfect Trees band. And basically closing out the festival on a Saturday night.
Which I won't be there for, unfortunately.
Oh, it's another one of those cases where they don't put the full poster up.
Trees! This is our mortal enemy on this show. Like, this is our Achilles heel. Line up. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Right. Now you can see it. You didn't have to get exposed to what we were seeing, which was here's just a list of band names. So Thursday.
Friday, yeah, it was Thursday, isn't it? It's Wednesday to Saturday,
Yeah.
because they always have a few bands play on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
You got the Gaslight Anthem, Manchester Orchestra. That's a bit of a chill day. Chill vibe day, that one. Or the Kids in Glass Houses,
That'll be good.
Art Mulligan, Boston Manor, Spanish Love Songs. Better Love Is, I can't wait to see them.
I bet you can't. Do you reckon they'll be on main stage, or do you reckon they'll put them in a tent?
Either like midday or like sort of early evening, afternoon, main stage, or they'll be on late in a tent.
That's a good shout. Late in a tent for those guys would be great.
You got Casket, Static Dress, Dead Pony. Did you go to any of the Blackout shows?
I didn't know.
Dead Pony were the main support on that. I didn't even go either. Snakes, great band. On People,
Hell yeah.
Luke the boy. Who else we got on the Saturday? I don't know on the Friday. Sorry, I don't know the chats.
I don't either.
Apparently, they've
not
got one
familiar.
song that I have heard, which I think was like their big like viral song. Smoko. You ever heard that song?
Smoko. Oh, do you want to go for a Smoko? Is that
Smoko,
them?
that's them,
Oh, no way. Okay.
You want to go for a Smoko?
Gotta go for a Smoko.
So
That's the only song I know.
that's the only song I know. Grandson, Hot Milk,
Yeah, Nova Twins.
Twins.
Empire State Bastard,
Yeah.
who are supporting fucking Sleep Token in America just before Trees,
Yeah.
which is
I
insane.
mean, old Simon, he's been around the block, hasn't he?
He has indeed. One of the worst band names I've ever seen.
Oh, Empire State Bastard.
No, Thumpasaurus.
But I imagine they're probably quite a fun band. Fun. You can imagine what the music's like. As
Yeah.
December Falls, friends of the show.
Yep. Palm Reader's last ever UK show.
Yeah. Broken Up, Blood Command.
Friends of the show.
Noisy are great.
Yeah.
I bloody love Noisy.
Yeah, great
They played
band.
last year, but I didn't see them. But I could hear them because they played in the forest.
Down in the forest.
Yeah, so I think they'll do like a proper stage this time.
Tell you who was great that I saw the other night, the Devil's Dog in Digbeth. Mouth Culture.
I've heard of them. I don't think I've heard.
They're wicked. I didn't know any songs, but did they support Sleep Token at Wembley? Because it was Health and someone else.
I thought it was just Health.
Was it?
Yeah.
I could have sworn Mouth Culture supported them as well. Mouth Culture, Sleep Token.
Birmingham Boys, Fangs Out were playing.
Are they?
And on the Saturday night, it's going to be a party.
Yeah.
DB, their only show of the year, I believe.
And I'm missing it.
And you won't be there.
I won't be there. Heartbreak.
You won't see the everybody dance.
No. No one ever fucking does it anyway. Every time I'm just stood there doing it on my own.
I reckon the Trees crowd will do it.
Yeah. Frank Turner, that's a big booking.
Creeper.
Yeah.
I imagine Creeper. Do you reckon they're main stage or doing a tent?
I think their main support to Broco. Because thing is, Broco headlining this festival makes sense. It makes so much sense.
I mean, Broco have done Ali Pali, done
Yeah.
Wembley. So, yeah.
As you said, I'm baffled that Broco haven't headlined Trees already.
I'm surprised they haven't even played.
Yeah.
Ever. Wargasm. I think they're headlining the tent, one of the tents. Excerts. I swear the Excerts play every year.
Yeah. Like, we interviewed him last year, didn't we?
Yeah. June Rats will be sick. Have you ever seen June Rats?
I haven't, no.
Like stoner Australian punk. They just love weed.
Great band.
Like literally one of their music videos is literally them singing the song but just doing a bong after bong. So by the end of the video they're all just like but literally they go through like I don't know like quite a few bongs.
Trying to eat their instruments.
Yeah. And I imagine that it was like because they could only do it really one take because they'd be fucked up.
Yeah. It's like, right, you've got one chance.
Well, it's just
Do
because
not miss.
I think they're just sitting at a table, and then the song starts. They like sing it, do a bong hit. Someone passes another bong. They're singing a bit more.
That is madness. I tell you what, I'm really gutted about. Calva Louise is playing. They got introduced to me by, of all people.
So next month, 6th of April, there's a festival called Collision Fest, which is in Bedford, Esquires.
Where's Bedford?
Where? Yeah. Maybe Don Broco would be there. But I forever allowed on the media partners for that.
Let's go.
And Calvary's headlining one of the stages with Unpeople.
No way.
And then Cody Frost on the other stage with Tropic Gold. And then loads of like cool sort of up and coming bands.
Damn.
So it's a small festival. It's really cool. And it's sort of like supporting the grassroots venues and up and coming bands. It'd be really fun.
I'll have to try and check it out.
And then at Trees, this is the Wednesday. Some bands are doing double duty.
Yeah, that's the Trees way. So the bands that slayed it at Trees last year get invited back to do the Wednesday. It's like an honours
But
slot.
then Boston Manor are doing the Wednesday and the Thursday.
Back to back, baby.
That's what Holding
Holding
Absence
Absence
did
did.
last year. And the Excerts are playing twice.
Lambrini Girls.
Also, Bob Villain's playing for the third year in a row.
Really?
Yeah.
Cody Frost as well, getting a big
Yeah.
shout. Who are the 68? Isn't that members who used to be in the Chariot?
Yeah, they are. 68 are great. And yeah, it's like I think like the strength of like the lineup all the way down is good.
Yeah.
Even if you're not the biggest fan of like the headliners, like there's going to be something you like.
Something for everybody at 2000 Trees Festival 2024. Well, before we get out of here, there is one other set of shows that got announced. Because
with one of our good friends, DJing it as well.
The boy Matt Stocks is opening up the show on the 1s and 2s, which is great to see. But
are you a big NoFX fan?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, but in like the weirdest way. So like I'm not really all that familiar with the older shit.
Yeah.
But the newest shit, like, you know, Double Album that they put out, like, which is their last full-length record.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think they've played any of the songs live off that, and I don't think they ever will. But two of the tunes on that record, Don't Count on Me, which is hilarious, perfect no effects from start to finish, and Derby Crash Your Party. Those two songs on that record, man, were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And they also did a rehashed version of Linoleum. Have you heard that?
No.
Oh.
I've never been a big NoFX guy.
So to sell it, they put Avenged Sevenfold on it.
Let's play it.
And this is why I love this band so much.
Is it
they-
like with all the members?
I don't think Avenged Sevenfold are even in it, are they?
I don't know.
They just say featuring Avenged Sevenfold to make people scream it more.
Amazing.
And they're playing all their instruments as well. Oh, no, that was...
Yeah, that was
Yeah, Sinister Gates.
Intellectual property never meant anything to me, so I'm not crazy for trying to pimp out a classic song. At 25 years old, it's the humane thing to do, even though you know you think it's wrong. But after 700 covers and 1800 shows, and because the song that Colombians love to hum, we voted to pull the plug and euthanize linoleum.
This is so cleverly done.
I think I was born into this world to piss people off, so I'm doing what no smart man never would. I'm taking on one well-known song and trying to make it not very good. Linoleum never meant anything to me. I never even wrote a chorus, just verses and a bridge. It's like bulldozing a bowling alley for a used record store. Decomposing your best song is sacrilege. But when most hopeless bands lay it wrong and extend litigious
So this are all the bands that have covered NoFX.
Yeah.
ever played.
Very good.
It's time to put linoleum
There's some big bands with those.
And it.
and make sure that it gets laid.
Oh yeah.
This is genius, man.
That's me, and I got a new kitchen floor, but I still sleep with a close friend, the leather truck next to my bed. That's me on the street and I'm walking with my
Oh, if you were one of these like smaller bands, you'd be freaking out. Being on the
Edit.
video.
She just finished our book. What the fuck? What the hell? Why does she feel the need to tell me that she knows her dad is more than kinda weird? She
Sick.
Yeah, so No Effects are going to be performing in the UK later on this year for 2 dates and
2 dates at Brixton.
Brixton Academy on the 11th and 12th of June. What else is happening near the 11th and 12th of June, Ollie?
No, it's nothing really.
Nothing.
No events, I don't think.
No events.
No events. Or will it be Download Festival?
Or is the next Download Festival announcement going to have on it No Effects' last ever UK festival performance to go alongside a last ever Sum 41
Although
festival
I swear last year it was meant to be the last ever
No Effects shows.
No Effects shows.
Yeah, because they had them at the same time as Slam Dunk, didn't they?
It was basically in the same fields.
Yeah.
But just different days.
Yeah. I think we're going to get No Effects at Download.
Yeah. Well, we spoke to Cam on the last show and he said
There's another
announcement and it's going to be it's going to be one band, I think, or maybe a couple of bands.
And he said sooner rather than later as well, which leads me to believe that they're putting these shows on first. They'll let these shows sell. And then the next announcement will be the last Download announcement, probably closer to Download. And then those shows will sell out fucking so quickly. So goddamn quickly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they did a whole basically mini festival last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
For their last shows.
Yeah. Psych. So, yeah.
Maybe do you reckon that's just like a running joke they're going to have for the next few years? Just every year doing their last ever shows.
They're just going to kiss it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, 7 years later, we're still on our farewell tour.
Yeah.
What is the world record, do you think, for the longest farewell tour? That's got to be like Elton John.
Elton John did it, but in his defense, COVID was in the middle.
Yeah.
So obviously that was split up.
So that shouldn't count.
Nah. But that was like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So watch No Effects do 10. And I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. I think that's pretty much music news.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, thank you ever so much for watching, my friend.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. We'll be back next Monday, and I haven't managed to lock any guests to that yet. Hopefully, can find one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just listen to us talk.
Yeah, for 2 hours. Lucky you. Right. All that's left me to say is my name's Jon Mahon. Peace and love. Stay alive.
Now Molly Rout. Go fug yourselves.
Yeah.